Robo and the Lost Spark. In a shiny city full of bright lights and tall buildings, there lived a little robot named Robo. Robo wasn't like the other big, strong robots who could build tall towers or fly through the air. No, Robo was a small, curious robot, with big round eyes and wheels instead of legs. He loved to explore, and most of all, he loved making friends. One sunny morning, Robo rolled out of his cozy garage home to begin his adventure for the day. As he zipped along the shiny streets, he passed robots of all sizes and shapes. Some robots were painting buildings, some were sweeping the streets, and some were helping people carry heavy boxes. Everyone was busy, but Robo didn't have a job yet. He was still waiting to find out what he was really good at. As Robo explored, he noticed something strange. A little light at the top of a tall tower began to flicker. It blinked a few times, then went out completely. "Oh no," said Robo, his eyes blinking with worry. "That's the great city spark. Without it, the whole city will go dark." Robo knew he had to do something. He might be small, but he was brave. So, he zoomed up to the base of the tall tower, where a giant robot named Clank was scratching his head. "What happened?" Robo asked Clank. "The great city spark is missing," said Clank in his deep, rumbling voice. "I was just up there cleaning the light, and when I turned around, it was gone." Robo looked up at the dark tower. It was very tall and very scary, but he knew he had to help. "Don't worry, Clank," he said. "I'll find the great spark." Clank smiled down at Robo. "Be careful, little one," he said. "The tower is tall, and the wind is strong up there." Robo nodded and zipped off, determined to find the spark. He rolled through the city, looking for clues. As he passed by a playground, he noticed something shiny in the sand. It was a small trail of glowing dust. "Aha!" Robo said, following the sparkly trail. It led him to an old, rusty robot named Scraps, who was sitting by a tree with a worried look on his face. "Hello, Scraps," Robo said. "Have you seen the great city spark? It's gone missing." Scraps nodded sadly. "I saw a big gust of wind blow through the tower earlier, and it carried the spark away. I tried to catch it, but my gears are too rusty and slow. I think it flew toward the forest." Robo thanked Scraps and raced toward the forest. The trees were tall and the shadows long, but Robo's little lights guided him through the dark. He followed the glowing dust deeper and deeper into the forest until he reached a quiet, sparkling pond. There, floating just above the water, was the great city spark. It twinkled and shimmered, but it looked sad and lonely. "Don't worry, Spark," Robo said gently. "I'll take you home." Carefully, Robo stretched out his metal arms and scooped up the spark. It felt warm in his hands, and as soon as he touched it, the spark started to glow brighter and brighter. Robo smiled. "You're safe now." With the spark in his hands, Robo rolled as fast as his wheels could carry him back to the city. He zoomed past the playground, waved at Scraps, and arrived at the base of the tall tower where Clank was waiting. "You did it, Robo!" Clank cheered. Robo smiled as he handed the spark to Clank. With a little bit of teamwork, they placed the spark back in its rightful place at the top of the tower. As soon as they did, the entire city lit up with a bright, warm light. All the robots cheered and clapped, and Robo felt proud. He might be small, but he had a big heart, and that made him a hero. From that day on, Robo knew what he was good at, helping others and saving the day. And so, Robo continued to explore and make new friends, always ready to lend a helping hand, or wheel, whenever someone needed it. The end.